Oh, the world seems so small and tiny sometimes, doesn't it? That is until you have wrong way. That's until you have a 12mm lens.
Resume is a heavyweight, yeah. Put it on my back, give me everything, yeah. I need everything, I need all of everything, yeah.
We are on the Sony A7S III, and the lens that we're working with today is the 12-24 F2.8 G Master. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of how expensive this lens really is, but we're talking $3 grand. $3,000 for the lens, another $3,500 for the camera, and we're talking, oh my goodness gracious. Don't be sneaking up on me like that, girl. You crazy, I'm not. You just want a hug? I'll give you a hug. Let me squeeze on me, man. You smell good, girl. What's that? This is Ethel. She's crashing with Vanessa and I for a little while. I honestly don't know how long. When you leaving, girl? I mean, no, I'm not pushing you out or anything like that, but it's too cold for Vanessa outside. You guys know how I like to put Vanessa in my B-roll. Intense, girl. It's getting cold out. She doesn't like to go out in the snow. Her channel's blowing up right now. Deep breath. And she just doesn't have a ton of time, so I figure Ethel will help us out with some modeling shots.
We try to dress it up so they don't know just what that fame about. He stay behind the lights so they don't hear what he complain about. He tried to hide it all until one day it all just came about. He don't like it life, he thinking he might.
I swear to God, this is how I have to carry her, or she'll fall apart. I'm not being disgusting right now, okay? She's a good friend. It's not like that. Now, a lens like this, you gotta stay dead center, or else you are gonna get some kind of, oh yeah. My nose is not this big. I'm Italian, but my nose is not that big. Now, I had to come out at damn near sundown because you can't put ND filters on this lens. I mean, you can get like a matte box or some kind of special setup. Who the hell is vlogging with that? So we're on aperture priority. I didn't want my shutter speed too high. Now I will give Sony this. When it's punched in, it looks pretty good. It's a good lens, great lens. Let's overdo it. Let's overdo it. I'm down to overdo it. So is this setup too much for YouTube? Yeah, probably. As I hesitated to answer that question, I'm sure 99% of you in your head were like, yeah, dude, way too much. Here's the thing. I don't really love it when people say dumb shit. Like, oh, it's just YouTube, dude. Yeah, that camera's plenty fine. It's only YouTube. Most people are watching in 720p on their iPhone 3GS. Shut your punk ass up. People's livelihoods rely on YouTube. YouTube parks a lot of cars on a lot of driveways, puts a lot of food in a lot of little kids' bellies. A lot of people do YouTube full time, including me. So yes, I care about my colors. I care about how my footage looks. I care about the equipment that I use damn near every day. So is it too much for YouTube? Yeah, it probably is. It probably is too much for YouTube. But if your channel has a little bit of momentum to it, if you're picking up some speed and you're seeing your numbers grow and you're like, hey, this seems like it's gonna work, then why not? Why not invest in what you wanna do full time with the gear that you want to use almost every day of your life? It just doesn't make sense to me when people try hard or like what they do or care about what they do and then they get criticized for it because it's only YouTube. Stop that shit. So if you do plan on doing this full time and it's looking like a real possibility and not just a gamble, like, hey, I'm gonna get that lens and that camera and then my career is gonna pop off. That's not how it works, man. I've seen 1080p footage that looks better than 4K footage. It's about what kind of shots am I gonna get with this lens? How am I gonna create with it? How am I gonna put it to use and not just walk around and vlog with it? Because your vlogs don't need to be this wide. They just don't. Now, another reason why I think this lens might not be too much for YouTube, if you do other stuff with your camera gear outside of YouTube, if you're shooting parties, if you're doing real estate, especially this lens, yes, you're gonna make your money back, it's gonna pay for itself, and you'll have the best 12mm lens possibly on the market. Another benefit to having a lens like this is it's probably going to hold its value. There aren't too many lenses like this, so if you ever decide, hey, I want to resell it one day, you have that option, and you're probably not going to lose that much money off of it if you take pretty good care of it. I hate talking about catalyst brows because I went from loving it to hating it, and now I feel like I talk about it in every single Sony video. But if you like using catalyst brows, you got all the room in the world to punch in. You will have the stablest vlogs in YouTube. Let's do a quick speed walk and see how Active Steady Shot deals with this super wide angle lens. Not applying anything in post. We're just hand holding and speed walking. Pee walking, I like to call it. Pee walking, like as if you gotta pee. Like, oh snap. I ain't gonna make it, Timmy. I promise you I'm not gonna make it. I'm 6'2". Let's see if we can make me look 2'6". A lens like this is a very Are you gonna get me demonetized? Come on now. Jeez, this ain't Animal Planet. When we're talking about cameras, a lot of times people could just get a little too carried away with things. Framing yourself at 12mm is not for most shots. So $6,500 before taxes. That's not including your grip, your microphone, tripod, whatever you use. Is that overkill for a YouTube setup? Yeah, I think so. I think it's overkill for a YouTube setup. But not every time. If this is what you're doing full time, if you're making money with your camera outside of YouTube, if you really just want a super wide angle lens and you've had your eye on this lens and it won't destroy your pockets, then no, it's not overkill. Overkill is when you do more than you need to do. And if this is something that'll make you happy, YOLO, bro, YOLO. I would like to thank my good friends at B&H Photo for sending this lens over to me. Make sure you check out B&H for all your camera and camera related gear. If you want to pick up this lens for yourself, I'll leave some links in the description for you. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you are not yet subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate it highly. All my people, until next time, enjoy your day, your night, and tomorrow morning. Salute. The shirt fits you perfect, by the way. Girl, are you not wearing any panties? Walking bad butt throughout my damn studio, dropping dinkleberries all over the place. You better get on out of here.